A record number of Americans are now carrying credit card debt that they can't pay down. According to a joint report from the think tank, the Century Foundation, and the advocacy group Protect Borrowers, roughly 111 million people were unable to pay off their monthly balances in 2025. That represents half of all Americans who have a credit card and 40% of the population. That's a lot. In total, those cardholders carried more than $1 trillion in debt month to month, the report found. CBS News MoneyWatch reporter Megan Cerullo joins us now. Megan, it's always great to have you. These findings show that Americans were struggling with monthly credit card bills even before the war with Iran ran up oil and gas prices. Is this something that's going to push it over?
It could be the exogenous shock that pushes these same consumers over the brink. They were already facing higher prices in part because of tariffs. We also saw the expiration of Affordable Care Act subsidies, so some Americans were facing higher health care costs, and polling shows that they were doing things like skipping meals and delaying seeking out medical care because they simply couldn't afford it. Now, those same consumers are facing gas prices that are inching close to $4 a barrel, and $4, and that's pain they feel at the pump every single week.
That's something you can't get away from when you have to travel to get to work and such things. So in January, President Trump floated a proposal that would cap credit card interest rates at 10%. How could that help, and where does that stand?
The deadline, which he said at the time was January 20th, has come and gone. And at the time, it wasn't clear how it would be enforced anyway. There's bipartisan legislation that would cap interest rates at 10%, but the president has not officially endorsed it. The research that you cited a moment ago found that a 10% cap would be saving consumers $368 million a day in interest payments. That's the difference between what they're paying on those balances, with interest rates hovering at around 22%, versus what they'd be saving if interest rates were capped at 10%. Banks are opposed to such a cap. They argue that it would limit consumers' access to credit, and advocates for consumers say that these interest rates are a big profit center for banks.
All right, Megan, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Meg.